Right now I'm in Hilo, back in Hilo again, as the rainfall has moved back in, even some very heavy rainfall and some training convective elements just to the southeast of here, closer to the Puna area. It looks like heavy rain is moving back in again, but we still have significant flash flooding here near the bayfront area. Vehicles inundated, structures as well. The water has come down a little bit since a few days ago and even since yesterday. A lot of that heavy rain was just to the south of here, but you can see the water is just draining out of that massive volcano just to the west that's acting almost like a sponge. There's all kinds of lava tubes in there, channels, springs, and all of that flows down until it emerges a little further down the volcano and then comes out here further down where you get the flooding. This is the Wailuku River just off to the right of it. Kind of spreads out here in a bit of a fan near the ocean, closer to Hilo. And this is where you're getting all the homes inundated, businesses, some other vehicles as well. But the scary thing is that rain is moving back in this afternoon. So we've been covering this continued rain event here around Tropical Storm Lane. Now we're on the back side of it, and all of those easterly winds are still moist on the back side of this system. Very moist tropical air streaming up, force upward this 14,000 foot volcano, and all that moisture is squeezed out by about the 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 foot range. There is some rain that also falls above that, but all that falls into the very porous volcano through all those lava tubes and then comes out a little later down below. But a few days ago, we were covering that Wailuku River at peak flow, and it was coming over that bridge that is now closed down because of all kinds of sinkholes and mudslides. They are cleaning out the mudslide on Highway 19 just to the north of Hilo right now. They've got land movers in there, all different kinds of other personnel. So there are vehicles getting through Highway 19 now, but the key out here on the Big Island is to get all this work done in the first half of the day before the heavy rain moves back in, which it's now starting to do. And then in the late afternoon and evening, all those individual convective elements and clusters congeal together into a big mass that just continues to hammer the eastern Big Island. Last night we had 4 to 5 inches of rain across Puna, areas that were impacted by the lava flows. Lalani Estates, back up toward the volcano area, were absolutely hammered last night. And so now here in the Big Island, as we approach 60 inches, total rainfall accumulation, we are getting very close to the #1 rainfall event from a tropical cyclone or anything, any storm in the United States, which right now is Hurricane Harvey in the Houston area. Exactly a year ago, that was just getting started in Houston, but now this one, very slow-moving tropical cyclone. It just shows you how much rain they can drop and how very dangerous they can be. You can see all that debris piled up along the fence lines there that show the level of the flood before. Other vehicles over there that are inundated, probably just abandoned until they're waiting for that water to come back down again. Well, there are El Nino conditions developing, especially here in the central Pacific, so that likely explains a lot in terms of the sea surface temperatures being more than sufficient for tropical cyclones. But as that tropical cyclone was approaching Oahu yesterday from the south, it hit that increased shear and weakened, fell apart, completely evaporated at an unprecedented rate. One of the theories that I read is that, I think I see a fish actually swimming around in there, a big one. Big fish. Yeah, they are used to the rain in Hilo, but certainly not 60 inches. Anytime you get the most rain in recorded history, I don't think anyone is really used to that. Even Hilo. Poor people here have dealt with enough too, with the volcano eruptions, the lava flows. And this is just getting going. The models are showing rainfall through Tuesday out here, so a few days at least of rainfall still ahead. And we do expect those very heavy rains to be hammering this area again, especially this evening as all those individual convective elements start to cluster together. See a little whirlpool right there.